I've been dealing, with a bit of addiction and drinking, man, because I would say from past trauma in my life, and as well, it's just like,
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
TJ, man, I'm gonna talk to you today, and I'm just looking at social media, and I see TJ Dillashaw's new look. He looks like a Joe Rogan disciple. Have you seen that?
I thought the same thing, bro.
I was like, what's he on now? You know what I mean? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. What's he on now?
That was a good one.
Yeah. Anyways, we always got to start with something light, man, and get into it, right? Um,
Bro, I seen you've been training, man. Let's
yeah,
go,
man.
bro.
I'm back into it. I'm back into it. I burned the shit out of myself, and then I was out for a couple months in the hospital, but I'm back to doing. Anyways, yeah, I just got back to Muay Thai, and yeah, man, I'm loving it. It's great,
Let's
man. It's
go,
fun.
bro.
And the weight comes off pretty easy when
Yeah.
you're training.
Yeah.
Also, last week, man, I was in Singapore for Angela Lee's retirement. I don't know if you know who Angela Lee is,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
she just retired, and her sister committed suicide last year. Also a fighter, and then she revealed that she tried to commit suicide during her career.
Wow.
There was like a car accident. You know what I mean? And she revealed all that car accident was an attempt. And you talked about mental health as well. I saw an interview that you did. How important is that to, like, I know fighters are expected to be tough all the time, but man, life is life, right?
Yeah, dude. I'm so thankful that you brought that up, man. That's something that's really on my heart right now. You know, I'll break it down like this. Like, most of my career, um, I've been dealing, with a bit of addiction and drinking, man, because um, I would say from past trauma in my life, and as well, it's just like I didn't have relationships, man. Like, relationships are so important. Like, we need people. We as people need we're community. We need community as humans. We need people. And dude, I'm saying all this to say it's okay to ask for help. I got in a really bad place after my last fight, and now I want to say I'm almost on 140 days sober, which is a huge accomplishment for me. But I started that for my son. Like, I started for my son. I was like, I was not being the father that I was, or that I wanted to be, and nor the fighter, nor the coach. And while doing it for someone else, while seeking sobriety and recovery for someone else, I began to love myself in the process. And it all started with being okay, accepting, who I was, what are the things I'd done, and accepting that you don't have to do it by yourself. I think a lot of fighters are very strong, self-willed people, which is a gift and a curse. Like, we're very strong, but because we have that mentality that, oh, we can do it, or we can get away with this, or I did this on my own, it's hard for us to ask for help. And man, I'm gonna tell you, my life is better than it's ever been. I'm a better father. I'm a better person for other people. I'm a better coach. I'm a better man. I'm a better partner, a better father, because I was willing to accept that I needed help, and I needed to work on these mental health issues, and because I was able to ask for help, man, my life has gotten so much better.
That's great to hear, and I'm glad that you realized it now in your UFC career rather than outside of the UFC, because you know you could turn it around, man. You could, like, make the changes that you need to make. Sometimes when you're out of the UFC, it's like it's much harder to get back in once you're out.
Yeah, the first thing that pops in my mind is, during this camp, I had Brian Foster, which is a UFC veteran, absolute OG. He came and helped me, and he was saying the exact things you just said. Like, he went through his whole career that way, and what a blessing it was for me to find it before my career's over. And now, I have the potential or have the ability to reach my potential. And not only that, man, while I'm here and I'm at this platform, I know there's other people dealing with different mental health issues or just different problems. Yeah, man, I know there's other people out here in this sport, in the MMA community, that are dealing with different kind of maybe mental health issues or addiction or whatever it may be. And I want to be a light or for people to be like, okay, this guy, it's okay to ask for help. This guy did it, and yeah, but I want to, I want to try to set an example, and I want to try to set a precedence that to encourage people to ask for help and and be able to be okay with who they are, be okay with just being. A lot of us fighters, like, we're stuck on, we got to steadily be stimulated or getting the next thing or always achieving something. And dude, it's okay to just, you are enough. We are enough. You know, like you think of like this, your first memory as a child of like being loved, like as a kid. Me, it was like my grandma, and it's like you ask yourself, what did you do to get loved? I didn't have to do anything. They just love me for who I am. But because of life and how it is, my perception of love and was, if I do something good, people love me. Like if I won football games, people love me. If I win fights, people love me. But that's far from the truth, bro. And we don't have to do anything to be loved but be ourselves.
Yeah, man, a lot of truth right there. And the next step, man, for you is October 14th. Darren Elkins, what's up, man? Darren Elkins, man, you get to fight a true veteran in this sport.
Dude, like, you guys are in for a fucking treat, bro. Like, this has got banger written all over it. Like, um, all the things you can say about Darren Elkins, like he's a dog, like he's relentless, he never quits. You can say the same thing about me, man. You know what I mean? However, not talking trash, but bro, like I've got a little more firepower and a little more explosiveness, and I think I'm just, no disrespect to the OG, but like I'm a little more in my prime as well, and dude, I think this is going to be a fight that is going to be so entertaining and one that I'm really going to make a mark with.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle of attrition, man. This one, because Darren Elkins, he's the damage. Like he takes
Yeah.
damage. Like he's known for it. But eventually that catches up, man. In this sport, you can't just fight like that forever.
You're right, man. Like I'm a fan of Elkins, dude. Like he's been around forever, and it takes a dog to know a dog, and that man is tough and never quits. And it's my job to go out there and stay focused for 15 minutes, man, and hopefully put him away in the process.
Tulum Muay Thai, right? I believe you went out there. I don't. Did
Yeah.
you go out there for this camp too?
No, I didn't go on this camp. I'd been away from my son for a bit, and I wanted to spend most of my camp here in Little Rock. And dude, I've gotten some great training. So the week for Bryce's fight, I was in Vegas for that week. I went there early, trained at Syndicate, got some great training there. And then I came back and I had some guys from all surrounding areas. I got Tracy Reeder come from Oklahoma, some guys from Louisiana, like Jesse Butler. He's fighting in the UFC here soon, man. I mean, I've been so lucky to have some great guys be able to come in for me this camp.
I think you made Tulum Muay Thai famous though, man, because that's the first time I heard of it, and now I see videos of that place all the time.
Dude, I've heard that too. Like I won't take the credit, but dude, they have an awesome community down there, and there's literally like world class coaches and athletes there, and it's going to be a place I go back to.
And speaking of Vegas, Bryce, man, you were in the corner. Like
Mhm.
Bryce, he cracked the code. He was He was allowed to take the Bible into the ring. Like he cracked it. I never thought that they would allow that, but they did.
First of all, I don't think they allowed it. He just snuck it in. But y- here's the thing, man. I respect Bryce so much for not being afraid to stand for what he believes in, and I admire that about him. And yes, my buddy is a bit extreme, but man, I love the dude. I've got his back, he's got mine. Now, I we've got some uh different but similar beliefs. I do believe there is a higher power, there's a God, and again, I just want to say that I think it's awesome he stands up for what he believes in.
Yeah, me too, man. I agree, man. Everybody
Yeah,
should be allowed to say their opinion. It's just
exactly.
freedom of speech, man. Like when
Yep.
you gotta have it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Having like him there, I mean, he's one of the top guys as well, in the division. And you mentioned some other training partners that you've had. Like, were there any changes though? I mean, I know being sober, it makes it a little bit more clearer, right? Going through
Yeah,
training
sure.
camp.
Yeah, dude. I'm sitting at 33, man, but I feel and I'm mentally sharper and I'm physically stronger and faster than I've been in years. And dude, when I say I'm excited, like, dude, I cannot wait to get out there. Just knowing that I have a chance to really meet my potential now. But as far as changes, like one thing I'm excited about is one of my original coaches, Matt Hamilton, will be back in my corner. Me and him, we started together. He taught me everything from the beginning, and we had a bit of a breakup, that you could say. And but I seen my part in it. There's some things I could have done better, as far as my communication, my reliability and things like that. But long story short, over time, like, I think our relationship is better. I've been doing my best to amend the things I did wrong. And dude, we just have a great connection. Like, I I've had a lot of coaches, but he's one of those that, like, he makes a difference in the corner. Like, there's been fights where I thought I was done, like I was ready to quit, and somehow he turned it around and I win the fight, in between rounds. Or, I have the ability to hear him when he's in my corner. So dude, I it's all coming together.
I saw that you're talking about how you hate the apex. You hate
Dude,
the
bro, it's like, man, I one of the reasons I do this sport is because of, like, I love the lights. I love being in the crowd. I love feeling that energy, brother. And at the end of the day, I get paid the same in the Apex. So I want to go out there and bring a bag home to Kyler. You know what I'm saying? But uh, I'll be back, man. This is the last fight on my contract. So I got to go out here with a bang, dude, get another contract, and we'll get back in front of a big crowd.
Yeah, man, no other better opponent than Darren Elkins to pull out the best in you with the contract, you know what I mean? And get a new one, man. Get a new one. One last thing, man. I wanted to ask you about the main event, Barboza versus Sadiq Youssef. What do you see in that one, man? Man, have you seen the pictures of Barboza?
Yeah,
Boy, the boy
I seen
was
his
looking
Instagram.
jacked. Looking
Dude, he's
jacked.
always been jacked, bro. So I'm a Barboza fan, bro. I've been for years, dude. Absolute fan. However, I see Sadiq Yusuf walking him down and potentially putting him away. That goes against my heart. I like Barboza, but I see Sadiq going in there and putting him away, walking him down and putting him away.
October 14th, UFC Fight Night, Apex, TJ Brown, downtown TJ Brown, back in action. Thank you so much, man. Always for the time. And yeah, many more of these, man, to come.
Dude, thank you, brother. I'm glad to hear you're doing well and doing better, man. Thank you for having me.